What is up, YouTube? LazeeLlama here, and here we are back with some more Antimatter dimensions. Haven't really done anything. You can see I actually bought a couple more of these. I just kind of wasn't really around. Obviously, I didn't need to buy those. We're ready to, dimension shift and whatnot. I'm kind of playing the game slow at the moment. I understand that. A couple people were mentioning that. I do get that. I'm going to be doing a lot more cuts in the game because the first part of this game is very slow. I don't really have a lot of time to put into this series right now. For the moment, for me, it's literally a back burner series. I'm going to just talk as we go here. But so it's not a main focus of a series. We'll kind of see how the game goes and how I enjoy it as it continues on. And, the kind of support that you guys give it will obviously determine how much we continue to play it. I know the first two episodes were kind of just a very basic level for people who don't play this game either and don't understand it. I know there's some of you guys that are seasoned veterans and have played this game an absolute ton and are like, oh, this dude's playing through this real slow, blah, blah, blah. Yeah, I get it. And the beginning of the series is going to be kind of that way. Although, again, this episode, I'm going to start picking it up a little bit. We're going to try to bust through a bunch of these shifts. I do get that this game can be played at a semi-fast rate. I should probably grab one of these before I grab that, but we're going to grab this first before we go far into that. But we'll get this so that starts to produce some of these. And I get that. The beginning of this, again, may not be for some of you guys, but it will pick up. I know there's been a big support. I didn't realize the community for this game was so large. There seems to be a lot of people interested in it, at the very least. And I want to say welcome to the channel. If any of you guys are new, I know a lot of my viewers have suggested this game over the past about year and a half. Maybe a year, maybe not a year and a half, but maybe the last year, this game has been suggested to me a bunch. I don't know if it's still updated or not. I'm not really too sure. I don't know if it's still in development or if it's a complete game. Again, I didn't look into anything behind the scenes about that, but again, nonetheless, thank you guys for the support on the series that you guys have given me. What should we do next? Probably these, get the multiplier up. I do understand that getting these is not really for buying this, is for buying the multiplier. I do get that. So you guys seem like you didn't think I understood that part of it. I did get that. But again, thank you guys for the support you guys have been giving me. Again, I might just be playing not quite at the pace you want me to play it at. I get the first episode was just literally my full experience of first seeing the game, and then the second one was kind of just another run through of it, where we did another dimension shift. But yeah, I'm gonna be doing a bit off camera, flying through a little bit. I will obviously show you every time I dimension shift still, but just kind of expect it to be this way. I'm by buying things off camera, getting 2 dimension shifts, and I don't want to say we're gonna push through the first 8, but we might push through the first 8. But yeah, I just kind of wanted to clarify that, get that kind of out there, because again, people were talking about it, and I just wanted to kind of clarify that. Alright, so we're coming up on our first 6 dimensions here that we've had on the account. So we're going to grab 10 of those. We have to save up to quite a bit to get another 10. That is for sure. I was working on one of these, I think. Maybe not. I think I was working on that because there was 8 of those left. Sweet. That's probably the next cheapest. 100 trillion, we can get that first. I mean, honestly, I'd rather grab all of these first and get the multiplier, and then buy the tick speed, because the tick speed, obviously 11% gets less and less the lower this number gets. I will, however, buy that. It looks like the next goal is gonna be probably even for this. Is there a way to change also? Mixed engineering. I got a lot of options. Scientific. I feel like a lot of you guys are going to probably want it in that. It's a little easy to understand. Honestly, I think that's kind of how I'm going to like it as well. The mix probably goes from that to this, obviously the farther you get, but I think we'll just leave it in scientific from the get-go. And then you can kind of just see. It'll be harder to tell if it's like trillions or whatever, but like you can easily see like, oh, look at this. It's like, oh, this is easily the next thing to go. I don't know. It just kind of, I feel like, is probably a good idea. Yeah, I think that was worth it. But anyways, I'm going to keep going. We'll probably come back when we can get the next 10 dimensions. Alright, so we can get another 10 of these, which is the goal, because now we can do another reset. I don't know if there's any perk to buying these as far as like achievements go, so I'm just going to do it. Wait, tick speed changed. Why did it do that? I don't know what that means, to be honest. I should have did it one by one to just build it down. But nonetheless, we're going into the next dimensional shift. Again, we're working towards 8. We should unlock 7 here. So that's cool. Everything should just get better and better each time. You can see this multiplier starts higher and higher. every time, meaning the game gets faster and faster every time you do it. Every dimensional shift, I believe, every new dimensional shift gives you an extra multiplier on everything above it, basically. So it gets going pretty fast, to be honest. It does get going pretty fast. So we're at these low numbers. Some of you guys may be confused on what this is, but basically this is like every E is an extra 0 added on. I guess the easiest way to explain that. But I know some of you guys are going to be a little confused, but these first numbers, you know, again, it's just basically a C, basically E4. You can see that these are going to cost the same to do. It's more for the bigger numbers that it makes a difference, but I know some people won't care. But some of you guys will definitely be probably a little confused on things. So cool, we got all that. This is E6. It's going to be a little much to hang out for that, I think. Just grabbing one of these makes sense to get us that multiplier to go up. So again, now it basically just compounds. Every reset compounds, but we need 27th dimensions, so it's pretty far in. I'm going to work towards that, and we'll come back as soon as we get our first one. Alright, so we can also afford our first 7th dimensions, which is amazing. We've kind of been idling the game while, you know, editing some videos in the background, and it's actually been going pretty good. Again, I told you guys I'd play a bit fast this episode, so I'm trying to kind of get back up to par and kind of keep things moving for you guys. So there's our first 7 dimensions. We have a long ways till we're getting that, but we're obviously just going to continue through. We're just going to buy everything here, and then buy this. We're going to see this drop. I'm curious at what point they get weird last time. We got to like a weird number last time where it was like 770 slash something, and I didn't quite understand it. But anyways, I'm going to keep this going. Again, we probably won't actually give you guys another update till we're ready to do another dimension shift, and then it's once again a grind towards 8th dimensions. Obviously every video is not going to be this choppy, but I'm just trying to get through the game for you guys, get up to starting to get to these antimatter galaxy stuff, as I think that's when the game starts to change a lot. People are telling me that it does get a lot more in depth, and it's not so just very basic. Again, as of right now, and it's not a bad thing, and some people take this wrong when I say this, but the game to me is a very basic level Storm Simulator, and if you've played Storm Simulator, this whole thing right here, the way this works, is 100% Storm Simulator. That's exactly how it works. That's that. It just, instead of bug names and stuff, it's dimensions. And I absolutely love that game. And it's been a while since I played it, so like this is a really cool throwback in that, you know, side of things. When I say it's like that, it's not negative. It's not an attack at the game. Some of you guys seem to kind of take it as that I'm bashing the game. It's not that at all. Again, this game does seem interesting. It's just right now I'm kind of waiting to see what comes next. A lot of people on the Discord, a lot of the old time viewers are telling me that they've now been playing it as I started playing it, and they're obviously a lot farther than me, as they're kind of playing like I am now, just all the time, which I cannot do. There's only so much progression I'll actually be able to do playing this game. So I'm thinking it's honestly going to be this next one that's going to get weird. I'll see if I can pay attention to what happens when it drops below that 100. Just taking a while to guess at that. Maybe that's when it does it. But yeah, it's going to be quite a long ride to 7th dimensions. I don't know how long it'll take us, but we're going to keep pushing. Alrighty guys, it is time to finally get our 10 more 7th dimensions, which gives us the next dimensional shift, which is cool. Again, I'm going to buy these. I think these work towards unlocking achievements. I haven't really messed with the achievements too much. We might as well. So I really haven't understood this either. If someone could explain that in the comments, that would be cool. It is when it gets below 100, it goes to, like, it resets back at 1,000 basically, and just works its way back down. And I'm assuming, which we're not going to be able to get it to happen, but I'm assuming when you get it down more, it'll probably slash another number, but I don't understand what that means. But any comments on that would be greatly appreciated. Anyways, let's do it. So now, dimensional boost requires 28 dimensions. So dimensional boosts. Okay, so maybe we're not aiming for this next. Oops, I should probably buy this. Maybe that's not the next goal. It's not this, and maybe it's these dimension boosts. Which I'm sure is what really the real goal right now is. Like, I'm almost positive that's what we're going to actually be aiming for, and not aiming for what I was kind of thinking we were going to be doing. Should probably buy these as well. I thought like we were straight up going from that to this, but now it's this, which I believe someone mentioned something about that now every time you get, after you get the 8th dimension one, it just kind of starts boosting everything. Because you can see that, I wish I showed you what that started at, but it starts higher, which means I get to the crazier multipliers a lot faster. I was just going to buy max there. But yeah, so I'm assuming that's the goal and not that, but I'm not sure. I'm not sure as well if we buy this, if that's going to go up next time to like 40 or something. I think there's a good shot of that, but and then lose all your previous progress but get a tick speed. So this probably happens very rarely. Should I try to get this as soon as I can? So I'm assuming that sets us back to basically we need to work towards the 3rd, 4th, and so on dimensions again. It kind of like resets that kind of information, but works on this ticks timer. So how many dimensional boosts am I looking to do? Are we just straight up aiming for this? I don't want it to be completely spoiled. Like I don't want you guys completely like, tell me how the game works or anything necessarily, but I feel like would be nice to know. I mean, we'll figure it out, I guess, as we go. I just don't want to do something too early or whatnot, but I think we'll be okay. I want to say that's what we're aiming for. And then, obviously, we got to do these to get to that, because 88 dimensions probably takes a really long time to get. So, the main goal is honestly probably getting these dimensional boosts. But nonetheless, guys, that's going to wrap this episode up. We're going to end it here, and then obviously next video we should be aiming for some dimensional boosts and such. I didn't mind the way this video was formatted. I hoped it was something you guys were interested in, with the big breaks here and there, which is probably how things are going to continue to go as far as this game is concerned. Maybe not quite as many, but I think that's just kind of the way this game's going to work out for me. But yeah, nonetheless, guys, I hope you guys did enjoy. If so, please take a second and smack the like button. It really does help out, guys. Again, the more kind of support this video or this series gets, the more often I'll upload it. I still haven't 100% decided if I want to do it as a permanent series on the channel where we're going to grind out 50 plus episodes kind of thing, or if it's going to be one of those like mini series where we just do 10 episodes just sampling the game, showing you guys what it's about, so if you guys are interested you can check it out kind of deal. I don't know what I want to do as far as that's concerned. Again, I'll continue to play that by ear, but definitely kind of going to base it off the support. And you guys already have been really supportive on it, so I'm already leaning more towards it being a series. It's just going to kind of go off my opinion as I play and really kind of get more in depth now that we're going to start seeing some different stuff, and rather than just unlocking the next dimensions. But yeah, as always, guys, I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace.